About stewardship, we talk about three things. We talk about time, we talk about talent, and we talk about treasure, right? And when I think of time, really what I think of is praying or reading the scripture, right? Giving just our brute time to God, right? Talents, it's pretty obvious. If you're a teacher, you can teach. If you're a preacher, you can. If you're good with old people, you can visit the shut-ins or whatever it is. And then treasure, of course, is our resources that God has blessed us with. What I want to do real quick, actually, it really is just tell you where things stand so far this year. We're about 9 months in. And you can see here that these were our goals at the start of the year. So for time and talent, so if you go on the database, the church database, I don't know why they have it this way, but they have what's called skills, and then they have what's called interests, right? And so our goal at the start of the year was to have at least 42 people fill out a skill, and at least 69 people fill out an interest, right? So that was the goal. I will say on this one we've actually done really well. We have far outstripped our goal. If you look here, you can see that these are the current numbers now. So far this year, we have about 60 people that have signed up as checked off a skill, whatever that might be. It might be painting or whatever. And about 99 who have checked off an interest, which is great. I will say this, we have about 221 stewards right now, the last I checked. And about total, there's about 100 people that are stewards that have not checked off any skill or any interest. So what we want to do is we want to have everybody check something, whether it's help with the fish fry or teach Sunday school or whatever. This is great. I'm delighted that we've surpassed our goals, but we still have, a number of us who still haven't done anything. And really, I always tell people that this is a volunteer organization. I know I'm here, but I only have 168 hours in my week. And the more people we can have doing ministry, the more ministry we can have done. So that's the time and talents component. Now flipping over to the treasure component. Again, these are the goals we started the year with. Our goal was to have, at the end of the year, by the way, so we're still not at the end of the year yet, of course, about 236 pledged stewards was our goal, and a total amount pledged, the goal was about 300,000. This, we've done good on one of them, and we have a little more to go on the other. But if you look, these are the actual numbers now that I'm showing you. And you can see that from the goal of 236, right now we have, very close, we have about 221 pledged stewards. We're about 15 shy of the annual goal. And for the pledged total amount goal of 300,000, right now we're at about 214,000. So we've got about 86,000 to go. So we have a little bit more distance to get to that. And then the other thing I wanted to do, because I thought it was an interesting thing to look at, is just some ratios or whatever you want to call it. This simply shows year to date. So these numbers are comparing today to a year ago today, right? So it's kind of apples to apples. And what you see is, the average steward right now, of the 221 stewards, the average steward right now, this year, is pledging about $968. Last year, the comparable amount was about $851, which is good. So that means our average has gone up a good bit. The median, which is kind of, if you know statistics, it's the middle number of all the numbers in a set. The middle number hasn't changed. It was 500, and now it's still 500. And then the mode, you're getting a little statistical class today. The mode is the number that appears the most frequently in a set of numbers. So the mode actually went from 500 to 1,000, which I think is very good. So all of that to say, final takeaway. Really, it's very simple. If you're not a steward, if you're here and not a steward, and if you're here, especially if you're someone who comes regularly and obviously benefits from the presence of the church, consider becoming one, right? And secondly, if you're a steward and you haven't gone online or gone on one of those pieces of papers and marked any skills or interests, I want to challenge you to do so, because, as I said, we all, if everybody, as a friend of mine once said, if everybody lifts a little, there won't be a lot left to lift, right? So if we all lift a little, we can get a tremendous amount done as a community, and that, I think, is our goal. It certainly should be our goal. So that's it. Have a beautiful day. Hopefully, I'm delighted we have all of for the parents who brought their Sunday school kids,